Before we enter Microsoft Project, we need to sketch out in advance what the work breakdown structure is going to look like. And that's what you have before you on this sheet. A simple outline with 3 levels, the project itself, the 4 deliverables, and then the activities required to accomplish each of those deliverables. Now we're ready to work within the software. We open up and we find ourselves in the Gantt view. And what we're going to do is simply list under the task name all the tasks and deliverables that are on our sheet, and then we'll organize it into a work breakdown structure. So we begin first with the project itself, which in this case is a mobile reporting system. And one of the major deliverables is the performance requirements. And to obtain that, we have to interview users, and based on those users, define the performance requirements. And if we want to see the complete task name, we can go up to the border and then just pull it out a little bit to extend the column width. Now we're going to enter the once the requirements have been defined, then we can start developing the software. And software development involves designing the logic, designing the database that's going to be used, and then once that's done, we can begin programming. And we're going to divide the programming into code A and programming code B. A third major deliverable is the hardware. We don't have to develop the hardware, we'll simply purchase the hardware components. And then we also then assemble those components. And then once that's done, we can create the prototype, which involves integrating the hardware with the software. So these are the list of deliverables, tasks, and so forth. Now we want to organize it in a work breakdown structure. And here we simply use the indent buttons up in the left corner, very similar to what you'd find in Microsoft Word, to do that. So we know that all these tasks are required to complete the project. We highlight them and then click indent. And then we want to go to the 3rd level and recognize that these 2 tasks are necessary to identifying the performance requirements. So we indent that. The software involves these 4 activities. We indent them. Hardware is simply those 2 activities. Got to make sure you line it up right. Click that. And then finally, the prototype involves simply the integration of hardware and software. And so now we have an outline similar to what you would see in the book. I'm going to extend that out a little bit so we can see the full task names.